So, welcome back, Old Outdoor Broad here with yet another cochlear implant update. So, first of all, on the general hearing side, there haven't been a lot of revelations like there were when I first got it. That process has slowed. I did see my audiologist last week, and she said I'm at 65% comprehension in my right ear, which is right on track. I get with her again in 2 months, and she said that if I'm in the 80 to 90% range at that time, I can get my left hearing aid. Now, remember, it's like working out a muscle. So I don't have a left hearing aid. I haven't been wearing it. It's everything that I'm hearing is reliant on my right ear and the device. What I do want to talk about is I took it out camping. So I wanted to share the insights from my first off grid cochlear implant experience. The biggest thing I was concerned about is this is going to give me a little more to charge and to have ready at the beginning of each day. Remember, I'm sure you watch all my videos and you remember that I have a hearing aid charger that I bring out with me, and I have enough battery power in my tent to charge that up overnight. So that's what has been pretty much business as usual, is just putting it on the charger. The thing is, the battery charge system that I have in the tent can only be on one device at a time. It cannot run multiple devices. So now I have a couple of things. Now I have two right now. I'll have a third when I get my left hearing aid back and going. So let me show you what we got. So this is not a horn coming out of my head. This is the battery charger. So this is my spare battery. I have two batteries. When I went camping, I only took one. I just figured I'd take one and recharge it at night. And I'll explain another device that I had out there with me that they provide. But this is the charger, and there's the jack for the charger. All right, so that's one thing that has to be plugged in. And then this was unexpected. There's this. And this is a dryer. And the recommendation is that this dryer, there's the jack, you dry your device every night. So this is a no-brainer at home. At home, I just throw the device in the dryer, the battery's on the charger, and I don't have to worry about it. But again, in my tent, out camping, I can only charge a single device at a time. So I thought, okay, what am I going to do? So here's what I came up with. The device is going to get wet camping too, because you wear it hiking, right? So I knew it had to be dried. I can't think, okay, it's only going to be a few days. I'm not going to dry it. I don't want to take that chance with it. So it has to be dried because I'm going to sweat on it. So what I decided to do was, when I get back from a hike, I'm typically just relaxing, having a beer, probably reading. I might even take a nap, just depending on how strenuous the hike was and how hot it was when I was hiking. That would be a good time to run the drying cycle. So a couple of things here. The drying cycle only takes 45 minutes. It's not an all-night event. So I figured for 45 minutes to an hour, I can be hearing impaired. And right now, without the left hearing aid, that means I'm pretty much not hearing anything. However, when I get the left hearing aid, I won't be 100% impaired. It'll only be partial, just like I am now. So that's what I decided to do with that. I said, I'm just going to run the drying cycle. When I'm done hiking, I'll run it on the Goal Zero Yeti 500 that I have, and it'll be done. I'll put it back on for the evening, and then all I got to do is put the battery on the charger at night. By the way, that reminds me, I do want to let you know, because I know you watch all my videos, so you know all the stuff I have. When I did a video about power off-grid and in a tent, at that point in time, I had a Goal Zero Yeti 150. I have since upgraded to a Goal Zero Yeti 500. So it's the same panel, the Boulder 50 panel still charges it just fine. But it does give me more power for more devices. And just as an aside, but the main reason I did that was because I'm traveling more now since I've retired, I thought I might have my laptop with me on occasion, and it would require a little more power. So anyway, I run the drying cycle in the afternoon and I charge the battery at night. Now, when I have the hearing aid, that's going to be a third thing that I have to prep and make sure is ready for the next day. And now I got to figure out how to do that. Now, I could do the same. I could charge the hearing aid after the hike and again be like I was on this last trip, just for, a period of time, 45 minutes. I would hardly hear anything. After the drying cycle, I'd be somewhat impaired. And then when the hearing aid charges up, I'd have it. The problem is it's going to use battery when I put it back on. So I thought, okay, that's probably not the best. And hearing aids take roughly 2 hours to recharge. They're teeny weeny little batteries. But my observation was on average about 2 hours to recharge a hearing aid. So my next thought is, I could just do it in the morning. So I get up in the morning, I have a recharge device battery. I'm going to make breakfast, and I don't rush out of camp unless I have a reason to. But typically I take my time getting out onto the trail. So I probably, in most cases, 2 hours is going to be fine. If it's not, I'll have to figure out something else. Now, that's something else, ironically, when I was getting my equipment ready for this last trip, I have, again, if you watch my videos, I have a small portable battery that I carry in my backpack specifically for my phone. I've earmarked it for my phone and I don't use it for anything else because if I get in trouble and I have a phone battery issue and I'm really reliant on it for whatever reason, I need that battery. And I put it on to charge. So I want to top it off before the trip. And it wasn't doing anything. It was just blinking the same number. It didn't move. So I thought, oh, God, the battery is failing because that happens over time. But it had 3/4 of it charged. It was at 76%. And I tested it to make sure that it did have battery power in it, and it did. So I just threw it in my pack and took it along. But when I got back, I bought a second one because I don't want to be stuck without power. That's how we are nowadays, right? We're relying on our gadgets, and God forbid we can't power them. We wouldn't know what to do. So I bought a second portable battery, and it's a little beefier. And then I got home and started playing with the first one, and lo and behold, I got it to charge up to 100. So if I had to, when I have the hearing aid, I have this other portable battery that I could put it on in the tent. And then I could just keep that battery topped on the Yeti 500 during the day and still have the battery in my pack for the phone. So I'll let you know how that works out as things continue to move forward. One other thing about the hiking, I did have a conversation with the representative from the company that makes these devices. That's Advanced Bionics. And they did give me some things that help hold it on. And she showed me how to use it. So I brought that. It's called a Snuggie. I brought it along just in case. But the magnet, which is right about here, is in the general vicinity of a hat band. I play golf, so I wear a lot of hats. And either the hat band is going right over the top of it, which I can tell you right now is really annoying, or it's right underneath it. And my hiking hat is kind of partially on the magnet, kind of partially off. I'm saying this because it helps hold at least the magnet in place. And I'm not doing anything unless the wind is blowing real hard and it blows my hat off. This has happened, blew a hat off, ripped the whole device off my head. So far, though, I really haven't felt like I've been doing anything that required extra security against my ear and my head. So all I had was my hiking hat. I didn't use the Snuggie, and that worked just fine on this particular day on this hike. And my gut feeling is that's going to be fine. I've never had my hearing aids fly off or anything. Another thing that they provided me that's really cool that I brought with me just in case is, let me get this. Let me take this off the charger here. Is a battery like this that isn't really a battery. It's an empty shell. And then You can buy regular hearing aid batteries, size 375, I think. And it's got this little slider that goes in and out, and you just put the two hearing aid batteries in it, slide it in, and now you have a completely, just disposable manual battery. So I brought that along. I bought the little disposable batteries, and I brought that along with the Snuggie, just in case. So if it turned out that I really needed those things, I had them, but I didn't need them on this trip. So that's it for today's cochlear implant update. I hope what I'm providing you is helpful and useful. And like I've said before, I'll say it again. I look forward to hearing you in the old outdoors. Thanks so much for watching.